Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is Queen's Realm. Let me move my new dreads. I got baby dreads. That girl started that life journey. Anyway, welcome back to Queen's Realm Podcast. You understand? It's me, the one amazing melanated goddess that I am. Yes. Queen's Realm, aka Samia, the motherfucking poet. And of course, y'all know this lovely lady. This lovely lady over here. The bestie, the best friend, Glow, aka Glowetry, aka my best friend. Yes, I said my. And I know you'll see the title. And it's I can't unfeel that. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about people's inability to apologize or to take any accountability for what they did wrong to you. I know it's a lot of people out there who know a lot of people who know something about this, because we do. And I'm going to jump right into it. One thing I have never liked, I don't like the word hate, I disdain, I abhor. You know what I'm saying? I what's another word? I look down upon. It's distasteful to me. Drives me nuts is when you get into it with somebody or they wronged you in any kind of way, and they, instead of apologizing or taking accountability for what they did, they hit you with the, well, you shouldn't be mad. Well, I don't even see why you're mad. You shouldn't be mad, or you should feel this way. Let me tell you something. When somebody's angry or upset with you or hurt by anything that you've done, the one thing you do not do, ladies and gentlemen, is tell them how they should or shouldn't feel. You damn sure shouldn't be telling nobody you shouldn't be mad at that. What? Come again, say what? Yeah. What does that mean? Because I'm already upset. Specifically, if I'm hurting. Anger, okay. But if you hurt me and I vocalize to you that you hurt me, please do not respond to said hurt with, you shouldn't be mad, or that shouldn't have hurt you. You don't get to tell me what should or should not hurt. If you are the person who hurt me and you care that you hurt me, what you need to be trying to do is apologize for the hurt you caused, whether it was intentional or unintentional. Hopefully it's all unintentional, but some of y'all out here are quite malicious. But don't ever tell me that I should not be upset, because I'm already upset. So now I feel like you're invalidating how I feel. You're trying to explain away how I feel instead of just listening to me, instead of taking responsibility or accountability in the actions that may have caused that hurt. And now I'm pissed off because you're just trying to absolve yourself of any responsibility in the matter. Because some of it might have been my fault too. But you know what's going to happen if you tell me I shouldn't feel this way? I shouldn't slap you either. I shouldn't do anything to cause you bodily harm, because that's illegal. You shouldn't talk and drive. You shouldn't text and drive. You shouldn't drink and drive. You shouldn't do a lot of things. But feeling is not one thing you need to be telling me that I should not do. Best friend. Best friend.
Oh, for sure. I just often think of also putting the shoe on the other foot. You know, you're quick to tell me how not to feel, but how would you feel in this situation? If I had pulled a you on you, would you be okay with the outcome? Or then better yet, can I tell you not to feel how you felt about it? Because, I mean, you did it to me, so you shouldn't feel no kind of way. That doesn't work that way. That yin to the yang, that mirror, when I hold it up to you, the reflection, to show you what you done to me or said to me, it never comes out right. I mean, it's the mirror image, you know. I'm trying to swoop this way, it's really this way. But the truth is the same. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't make
Right.
sense for you to tell me how to feel when you're not me.
Come on. Ooh,
You may feel it differently than I feel it, right? My
I got the
experience,
ugly face with that one.
I see you. My experience causes me to feel how I feel. You
Mm-hmm.
haven't been through what I've been through. Even if you have, the way that I experienced it was not the way that you experienced it.
Hold on, I got a note to take.
I mean, we both could have been to the same thing, same time, but I took it the way I took it. You took it the way you took it. And for you to tell me that I can't feel the way I feel, like you said, invalidates it, makes it seem less important than yours.
Mm-hmm.
I can't unfeel that. I can't not feel what I'm already feeling just because you said I shouldn't feel it.
Right.
That's
Right. She said it, and I had to say something, but she said when Glow just brought up the mirror, you don't get to tell me how to feel on the side of hurt because you're not over here. I'm the one that's hurt. I'm the one who is feeling adverse. It's okay because it's not you. But it shouldn't be okay that I'm hurt if you care about me. And I'm not just talking about men and women and relationships, loving. I'm talking about any relationship with anybody you have on the planet. Do not try to put my hurt in a box. Do not try to downsize my hurt because the amount of hurt you caused made you uncomfortable. Just imagine how I feel. I'm actually the one who's hurting. And that's the problem. You're not imagining how the other person feels. You're not empathetic. You don't care. You just don't want to be the cause of the hurt. But let me tell you something. You worried about not being the cause of hurt. If I come to you and say, this hurt me when you did this, you've already been identified as the cause of hurt or where the hurt came from. Nobody wants to be at fault for anything. Nobody wants to be, well, it's not my fault you mad. No, you can't control what you're mad at. And sometimes you can't control, what you're upset about. Well, when somebody hurts you, I guarantee you, not everybody, because I know some people who decide to be hurt about things, but if I'm hurt to a certain degree, I didn't choose this. 9 times out of 10, I'm hurt because I didn't think you would do this. Like I said, it can be intentional or unintentional. But when you're with somebody and you care about them and they care about you, or if you have a friend or a family member, the expectation is always they're not going to hurt me. So I'm hurt. I didn't think the hurt would ever come from you. But you have to look at things from the other side of the hurt. Like Gloria said, put the shoe on the other foot. It's uncomfortable, ain't it? It's tight.
yeah.
And you don't like this feeling. And you put this shoe on me. And this is the reason for the uncomfortability. This is the reason for the pain. This is the reason for the swelling and maybe my stuff or whatever. You put the shoe on me. I'm trusting you to put shoes on me every day. This is an analogy I'm using, people. But I'm trusting and believing that you're never going to put me in a situation where I'm uncomfortable. You're never going to put me in a situation that causes me harm, physically, mentally, spiritually, or emotionally. So when that happens, it happens. You may have not meant to do that. But the moment you start making excuses for why I shouldn't feel how I feel, you're just adding to the hurt. Because now I'm hurting, you're not listening to me. Now I'm hurting and you don't care. Now I'm hurting and you care more about not being at fault than mending this, helping me get through the hurt. Because even if you're the one who hurt me, now listen closely, people. Even if you're the one who hurt me, if I'm telling you that you hurt me, then that for me signals, I'm not going to say for everybody because everybody don't think like this. For me, signals that, hey, this is something I'm willing to work on with this person. Let me tell them that this hurt me so we can talk and we can figure out. Because me telling you you hurt me is not me putting all the fault on you. It's me acknowledging that I'm hurt. The hurt came from you. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about why I was hurt. Let's talk about why it hurt me. Let's talk about why you said it or why you did what you did. Let us talk about it. But y'all don't be want to do that. Next point. Next point. This is for a relationship bullet point. And it is using sex as an apology. And I'm going to keep it 100, 1,000, 1 million, 1 trillion, whatever. Because, I'm always very transparent and vulnerable on here about my business. The sex for an apology may or may not work with me depending on the circumstance. I forgot to wash the dishes. I've had a long day at work. You come home, I come home, I ask you to wash the dishes before I left because you off today, blah, blah, blah. You don't do it. So now I'm stressed. I was already stressed when I got here. Now I'm annoyed on top of the stress. Making love or having sex and smashing with the person I'm committed to and in a relationship with, that will make me feel better for that situation. But that does not work in every situation. And also, I'm the type of person is we can have sex. That can be the beginning of your apology. We still need to have that conversation about this later. Because it's something small and trivial like this. Hey, babe, I appreciate you doing what you need to do to make me feel better and helping me some release some stress and some tension. But the reason why I was upset was because all of this stuff happened at work today and nothing was going right. And I just wanted you to do one thing for me. And you didn't do it. So it added to what I was already upset about. See there, I'm taking accountability for knowing that I was already upset when I got here.
Mm-hmm.
That pushed it over the edge. Because I felt like it was something small and simple that you could have done, but then you didn't do. So now I'm upset at you. So now there's something else that's not going right today, but I know it's just today. And I know in the big scheme of things, it's just dishes. But we need to have a talk still. Sex as an apology for outright betrayal or more serious matters is not going to work for me. Because we can have sex, but I'm still going to be mad when we get done.
For sure.
If anything, I might be more emotional because I realize I just gave myself to a part of person. Then if I'm mad, then I'm going right back to the emotions I had before the action started. So don't do that with me because it's not going to go the way you think. Glow.
I can recall a time when I was talking with somebody about being upset. And he told me, all I got to do is lay it on you and you're not going to be mad no more. In a perfect world, that might work. But, sir, you can lay and I'm still going to be mad. We still going to have this conversation. Thank you for that. Now, back to the main.
Right, like I was saying before, don't get out this bed yet. Let's talk.
Literally, right. No, wash up and come back because
hello.
It is what it is. But I often wonder how that worked. Or in the middle, like that's rude too. In the middle of my conversation, you gonna come kiss me and do what we gotta do to get to the bed. That shut me up. Yeah, it shut me up and validates me. Now I get it. Maybe a nag, I understand. I say the same thing over and over, a broken record. I get that. But have that conversation with me because all you're doing is band-aiding it. The blood gonna come right through. You didn't fix the problem at hand. It's a temporary fix.
Mm-hmm.
You know, how they fill the potholes in Michigan. They just fill them. They get right back. They get a whole new street. Like, quit filling the potholes. They keep getting undone. Like,
hello. We need to do construction because the way you think it ain't right, beloved.
It's patchwork. Patchwork don't work sometimes. All right? I mean, I made a couple quilts in my day. But you need to know.
Sometimes make it the road bumpier
because it's not laid flat. Right. Sweeping some under the rug, put some bump in it.
Now it's a bump in the rug.
Now I'm a trip.
I'm gonna trip over the same thing. But if you could have just picked it up and dealt with it, it wouldn't be anything else for me or any other thing for me to trip over. Why you keep tripping about the same thing? Because it's still right there.
You keep putting it under the rug. I mean, what you want me to do with it? Walk around it? I mean, I could, but the point is, the pile is too big.
It shouldn't be here.
It shouldn't be here. And I think sex is an apology. Literally, some apologies are different, right? Some don't need no big elaborate nothing. But sex is not always the answer. You
Right.
know, something small or petty. Okay, yeah, I got you. That's cool. We're back
Because
to it.
I'm petty. We can have sex and I'm still gonna want to talk about this when we get done.
But if it's a small thing, I may be done with it. But sex is not an apology for everything. If we done had a big fallout, that little couple minutes ain't going.
Ooh, not a couple minutes.
That ain't gonna be enough. I'm just saying, we having the same problem over and over, and your couple minutes on top ain't gonna do much for me.
I'm not mad for a whole minute and a half.
Just saying, the song ain't even over yet. Yet, here we are. I'm just saying. So
I don't have those problems now, but I'm just saying.
if sex is your apology, it has to come with something else. Mm-hmm. Just like your resume comes with a cover letter.
You speak to the people.
Your paper comes with a bibliography.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
You have a whole thesis statement before the rest of the paper.
Just saying. You have napkins with your meal.
Come on, gotta clean it up.
Just saying.
It might get messy.
It might get messy. If sex is part of your apology, that'll be part of it and not the whole thing. How about that? Because I won't say don't. I'm not saying I don't want it. Okay, I want it. It just has to come with something else.
Right. I'm not saying I won't take it, but I'm gonna take the like when we do it. If that's what you're gonna do, I'm gonna give some people some free game. I'll give y'all lots of free. If that's what you want to do, ladies and gentlemen, don't smash. Make love. You hear me? And then when you all get done, talk. Because maybe it may help in an ideal world, because this ain't never happened for me. After you do that and you're calm and all of any extra anything that don't have nothing to do with what you were upset about, that's gone out of you. It's been fucked out of you, for lack of a better word. You're calmer now. You breathe and you cool. You're relaxed. That might be a better time to talk. But to that point, for playing devil's advocate, some people are incapable of being turned on when they're angry. You're going to try to have sex to solve the problem, and the other person is not going to receive it because I don't want to look at you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to be in the same room as you now. I'm upset. So that's not going to work.
Mm-hmm.
Moving right along. Then the name of this episode, y'all, as y'all can see, it says, I can't unfeel that. And what I want people to understand is, once you've hurt me, I can't unfeel the hurt. I can get past the hurt. I can move on from the hurt, but I can't unfeel it. And that's the reason why people look for apologies, or they just want to know that you didn't mean to hurt them for real, or that you care that it hurt, or that you want to make it better, or that you don't want this to become a habit or a pattern or a problem. So for the next point, I don't like when somebody does something to you, physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and they never really say sorry. They say something that's parallel to an apology, but it's not an actual apology. It's an apology arena. If the bullseye is in the middle, right here, they out here with it. They around the apology, but they never apologize. So, for an example, I would say, "Oh, I ain't mean that," but there's no "I'm sorry" after that.
Mm-hmm.
Or, "You knew I was sorry. You know I was sorry. You know I'm sorry," but it's days later after the fact. Mm-hmm. You still mad at that? You knew I was sorry. How would I know if you never uttered the words "I'm sorry" or "I apologize"? How would I know if we never talked about it? How would I know any of this? You see how I communicated the hurt to you? You didn't communicate nothing back. But I'm supposed to know that you were sorry. I'm supposed to feel the sorry. I'm confused. I don't want you to buy me anything. I don't want you to offer me to take me somewhere cheap. I don't want food. Now I will take all that stuff, but that's not what I want. Y'all do so much work to do anything but be accountable, but to do anything but say I'm sorry. You'll do everything but apologize.
Everything.
You will go broke trying not to apologize. You will create distance trying not to apologize. You will start another fight so something can be my fault. It want me to apologize to you, but you still ain't apologized your damn self. Y'all is some weirdo. Like, what is wrong with you? It's so much work not to be accountable. It's so much. We could have fixed it. So what could have been fixed with a 10 to 15-minute conversation? Now it's going on for weeks, months, years. Now y'all in divorce court over something simple as in 1992 on June 5th at 7:17 p.m. Your raggedy ass could have just apologized for said action. And I don't like when people don't really apologize, don't really say sorry, because I feel like once they get away with that one time, that becomes their pattern. Or I wasn't really wrong. Or, and for me, Dr. Phil says, do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? And for me, it's not about being right. I want the relationship to be right. And that's any type of relationship. I want the person I care about to be all right. And I want them to care if I'm all right. But you have to actually apologize. Because if you apologize to me, that shows you to be vulnerable. If you apologize to me, that means you're empathetic. If you can apologize to me, that means you can hold yourself accountable and that you're a responsible human being. But you have to actually apologize. Not everything else around it. Actually apologize.
So I'm a word. I'm a linguistics. I love that's the word. I like words. Okay, so I'm okay if the words don't come out perfect, right? But an apology is necessary.
Wait.
Wow.
Rewind. What happened?
No, I just said I don't care how the words go. Apology is just necessary.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, some people do talk with their actions, and like you said, that's fine. But how do I know without a shadow of a doubt what you mean and how you feel unless you say it? And again, like I say, words are different. Working with students, they're not always going to come to you and say, I apologize for my behavior. It was uncalled for and uncouth. They're not going to say that. All right. They might say, my bad, you know, I mean to, or whatever. Those are words, and you can build from there. You acknowledge my bad, my mistake.
Acknowledgement.
You know, so I say it's my fault, my bad. I didn't understand. That's what you needed. I'm gonna do better, right? So as adults, we want to believe everyone has the same words. Maybe not. Your experiences determine what works for you. So when we talk about people buying stuff for people, that may have been shown to them when their parents fought. Daddy came home with flowers. When their parents fought, Mama cooked Daddy's favorite meal. Right? When they siblings fought, they gave them a new toy or took them to the store and got some candy. Right? They gave them something in place of an apology because that's what was shown to them. And as an adult, me wanting words, I'm going to say that to you. Thank you for these flowers. However, I would like to know that you apologize for what you did. Nothing wrong. And people say don't teach somebody how to love you or whatever, but speak their language. If you and I spoke different languages, legit different languages, how do we communicate? Exactly. There's nothing wrong with telling them, hey, I appreciate what you're giving me. However, I would like words more. Right? You model it for them. When you mess up, hey, I apologize for what I did. It's misunderstanding. Or maybe it was on purpose. I was upset. I apologize, right? So we ain't gonna blame it on it was a mistake. Sometimes it was on purpose. I was petty. I took all your
and I'll be the first one to admit sometimes I'm petty. Like a lot of times I'll preface it with I can't help it. I saw an opportunity to be petty because I thought it was funny, and I did it, and I didn't think it would go this far, and it was never my intention to hurt you, and I don't want to hurt you again. So, tell me, what about this um, hurt you or made you hurt? Let's fix it. That's an apology, because to me, an apology is structured a certain way. And when y'all believe it, we almost to the last point, but it's all right. To me, an apology starts with acknowledgement. I need you to acknowledge what I'm saying. I need you to be empathetic to what I'm saying. I want to know that you understand what I'm saying. And then I want a sincere expression. I want a sincere verbal expression from you of why you're sorry. That's what I want. But people don't want to do that. They pick off of that list of how to apologize, when a good apology, a real apology, has all those things: understanding, empathy, clear verbal expression, a clear sense of communication. A lot of times, if you acknowledge that I'm hurt, I will accept that as an apology a lot of times, but from certain people, because you have to know me. Because if you know me, then chances are you know why what you did upset me. Mm-hmm. But I need you to acknowledge that. You know what? I did it. Accountability, ownership, acknowledgement, clear, concise, verbal expression. Verbal expression. And I have to say verbal expression because everybody's love language or whatever may be different, but I need to hear the sincere apology. I need to hear, and I'm sorry, just don't cut it sometimes. Sometimes you have to say more than I'm sorry. Sometimes you have to say more than I get it. Sometimes you have to say more than, I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Depending on who you are in my life, you will know that the level of hurt you cause. Sometimes people do, sometimes they don't. But if you know the level of hurt you cause, I want the apology to be on that same level. I'm not saying, get a blimp and put my name in it and put the thing. No.
Right.
The depth of the apology needs to match the depth of the hurt. I will say that one more time for the people in the back. The depth of the apology needs to match the depth of the hurt. But you will only get to how deep the hurt is if you listen to why I'm hurt.
Exactly.
You take it in.
Yeah, it's nothing wrong with asking either. Hey, you're upset. I messed up. How can I make this right? Now I have a chance to tell you. I want you to tell me that you apologize, right? So that's okay to not know my love language. It's okay not to know what I need, but it's not okay to ignore it and act like it doesn't exist, right?
Come on, somebody. Do not act like you don't know the hurt exists, especially after I say I'm hurt. But we're coming up in at the end here, and I like this. Y'all let me know how I feel about these short episodes. I'm trying to, the shorter episodes, the more content I can get out for y'all. But anyway, last and final point for the night, so if I can go back to my notes, is in reference to, the title and the show, what we talking about, that I can't unfeel that, is I don't like the apology because I asked for one. If I say I feel like, excuse me, you owe me an apology, don't say sorry because I want you to say sorry. And don't say that I'm sorry that you feel like I'm sorry that you feel like I. Do not invalidate my experience. Do not try to take away from my pain. You can't take away from my pain and what I'm feeling, because I'm already in it. I'm already feeling it. I just need to acknowledge and accept what I'm saying to you about my pain. But don't say, oh, I guess I'll say sorry if that's what you want. Man, I'm sorry. Is it okay now? You good now? So now you're saying you sorry with attitude. Now you're saying sorry because I literally told you to. I literally asked you to. And I'm not saying, because I know that sounds counter productive or counterintuitive to what we just said. But I want, did y'all hear the part I said about sincere? If I said you hurt me, this way, this is why you hurt me. And I'm not everybody and everybody's not me. But generally when somebody hurts my feelings, I said, I either eat it because I feel like it's not that big. And if it comes up again or it becomes a pattern, then I'll be like, okay, we need to talk. But if it's some hurt that I have to deal with right then and I want to discuss it with you, I will say, hey, remember when we talk about this, which I said that hurt my feelings when you said that, and this is why you hurt my feelings. This is why it hurt my feelings. You hurt my feelings when you said it, but this is why it hurt. If I say all that to you, do not come back at me with no half-hearted ass apology. No half-hearted ass apology. Do not come to me with, well, I guess I know. Don't do me like that. Because it was hard for me to even articulate and communicate in the middle of my hurt. What's wrong? And now you shouldn't feel like that, but okay. You see how that's the first one. You shouldn't feel like that, but okay. Don't try to rub up on me. Give me in a sincere apology. And I shouldn't have to force I don't want to force it. I don't want to force the apology. So don't apologize because I asked you to. Apologize because you feel like, not because you feel like, because you understand you're being empathetic to me and it's something you want to work on and fix. Do not apologize because I said I feel like I need an apology. If you don't want to give me a sincere apology, that is perfectly fine. Up to you and your choice. But please note, you probably won't hear from me very often, if at all. That's it for that one. That's it. That's it for that one.
That's actually what I was gonna say too. Actually, I want to leave it open. I want to see how they're gonna respond to me. If I tell you, "Hey, that hurt my feelings," I want to see how you respond. Yes, I want an apology. Yes, I want you to be like, "Oh, wow, I didn't understand. I didn't know that." But we also know everyone's not gonna do it the way we want them to do it. I would truly, honestly want to leave it open and see how they respond to me. That lets me know how to respond to them. But like I say, and some stuff, I love scenarios, right? I love what do you call it, hypotheticals. So even before you get in a situation where your person may need to apologize to you, have a scenario. Say, you make up some shit. Hey, I had a friend who went through something with a girl and he didn't apologize. Can you believe that? And see how they respond to you, right? I wouldn't apologize neither. Oh, now I know. Or if they say, "Oh, I would do something like this," just to see what their response would be about someone else's situation, so it's not personal to them. They don't feel attacked. They just are answering a question generically, Or how do you feel about somebody buying flowers instead of saying they sorry, and just see what their honest reaction.
Mm-hmm.
So before you ever in a situation where you have to see if they apologize or not, see if they would. It's general conversation.
A lot of them ain't going to, and they don't feel no shame in not going and not doing it.
Mm-hmm. You can ask about um, you know, reverse. If I hurt your feelings, how should I apologize to you? See what they say. Because if they don't care about an apology, they may not care to give one either.
That part. That part.
So,
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it has reached that time, and I'm just gonna do my last words. I ain't timing it today. Ain't no Gigi ice cream, because it's just me and her. But from a person who has been hurt, I know everybody on earth has been hurt. I've been hurt. I've dealt with physical hurt, emotional hurt, spiritual hurt, any kind of hurt there is. I've dealt with experience, and not a lot of those times, not in a lot of those times or instances, have I hmm, how do I want to phrase this? Not in a lot of those instances have I received an apology. Sometimes you got to forgive people for things they're not sorry for. That's going around a lot. But I want to say this to that: don't apply that rule to everybody. Some of these people need to give you. Some of these people need to have an apology. Some of these people need to speak. Some of these people need to say something about their behavior or what they did to cause you any hurt, pain, or damage. You can forgive them for you, but don't talk to them folks if they don't apologize. And even after you apologize, people, even after you apologize, that does not mean it's a band-aid for the fix. An apology is the beginning of fixing an issue or problem. See, I think a lot of people realize that, and that's why they don't apologize. A lot of people will do these things that we've had on the bullet points today, in an effort not to say sorry because they don't want to go on that journey with you to fix it. They know that's going to require some work and some effort. They don't want to do that. So if you hurt somebody and you don't know, you hurt somebody and they let you know, have a conversation. Let them tell you why they hurt. You know, how do you want somebody to deal with you? I want y'all to think about, how do you want somebody to deal with you when you're hurting? How do you want that to be received? How do you want that to happen? What do you want that outcome to be? Because if you do not do it, how do you expect anybody to want to do it back to you? That's my last words for the day, for the night. You know what I'm saying? That's all I got for you right now. I got some stuff for you, but that's all I got for you right now. You understand? Best friend?
No, for sure. Everything you said, plus along the lines of just knowing yourself, knowing that what you require as far as apologies, right?
Right.
Sometimes when you don't know yourself or don't hold yourself to a certain standard, you'll take whatever, right? So
Yeah.
you have to love you, want more for you, and only accept what you want to accept. When it comes to apologies, same thing. Apologize to yourself for allowing it to happen. Okay? Apologize to yourself when you fall short of your goals, but keep moving. Don't sit in it, don't dwell in it. But hey, I'm sorry that I let myself down. I'm sorry I let myself allow this for so long.
Yeah.
And then you just model apologies to yourself. So when it come back around, you know how that works. But also accept that folks' apologies the first go round may not be what you want them to be. It's okay to work through them, okay to work with them, as long as they're sincere, right? I mean, as long as they're sincere, you can tell if someone means it and doesn't maybe know how to articulate it, versus someone who may know how to articulate it and just choosing not to. So, sincerity, authenticity, all those things come into play when it comes to apologies. And don't ever leave it with one part. Apologies come in parts. Don't give me just one part.
You heard all them parts I had earlier.
Yeah, there are parts to an apology, and hold me accountable. So if it's my turn to apologize and I don't follow them steps, say the same thing to me I would say to you. And how else do we grow? What they call it? Iron sharpens iron. Mm-hmm. Help me help you.
Help us.
Yeah, but apologies are necessary. Yeah, because I mean that's like a never-ending train. Right? If you never know where it ends, you never know the problem. It's just a continual. It's still going. Somebody needs to apologize so we can stop this runaway train. We have to apologize. You know?
Get up and go home again.
Just saying.
That's John Mayer. He says, "Stop this train." He was talking about getting old, But for the same analogy, stop this train. I want to get off. Like, I want to get off of this train. I want to get off this cycle, this road, this path. I want to go home.
I want to go home. Exactly. And that's all it is. Show the way, be sincere, and apologize.
Boom. Boom. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. This has always, as always, has always, as always. Don't mind me. I'm tired. I'm running on fumes. I'm running on fumes. That girl been going to the gym in the morning and she's working on not having two necks. But I thank y'all. I love y'all. Thank you so much, best friend, for being on the Queen's Room podcast today, ladies and gentlemen. As always, the social medias will be in the link. The links will be in the description below. That girl wrote a new book. What girl are you talking about? Me. It's called Eloquent Clamor. It's available on Amazon right now for 15 whole dollars. Go ahead and snatch that up. You know what I'm saying? And while you're at it, go on over to Instagram and type in Beat It Glory Jewelry. Beat It Glory Jewelry. That's what I said. Beat It Glory Jewelry. And order some for best friend. You know what I'm saying? Also, while you're at it, click on that Teespring link down there. That Teespring link, and get your Queen's Room merch. She got glasses, she got hoodies, she got phone cases, she got baby clothes, she got doggy clothes. All that and more. Glasses, and I mean drinking glasses, pint glasses, fanny packs, sweatshirts, all that. Rep your queenhood. Show the whole world what a walking queendom looks like. You feel me? With that Queen's Room podcast merch. Anyway, I thank y'all. Again, now I'm really going second close. You know, I got to do like the pastors do. First close, second closing. You know what I'm saying? Like, comment, subscribe, share. Go ahead and spank that ass on that notification button so that you can come back and get all the free game that you need, you desire. It's what you need in your life. I don't know who watching it. It's somebody who needs an apology or somebody who needs to learn how to apologize. This is what it's here for. You know, do that. But again, I love y'all. Peace. Arrivederci. We out of this thing. Peace out.